Using fire extinguishers. When using fire extinguishers, employees should employ the pass system for early stage fire fighting. P. Pull the pin on the extinguisher. A. Aim at the base of the fire. S. Squeeze the handle. S. Sweep at the fire, moving from side to side. Employees should be instructed that if a fire cannot be extinguished using one full extinguisher, they should evaluate the site and let the fire department handle the situation. 9. Explain in detail about fire prevention. Fire prevention requires segregating the three elements of the fire triangle. In practice, a method to achieve that goal is to post and enforce no smoking signs around flammable liquids and gases and have fire watches on all work involving torch applied materials of a minimum of 2 hours after the last torch is turned off. Flammable and combustible liquids. A combustible liquid has a flash point above normal working temperature from 37.8 to 93.3 degrees Celsius, 100 to 200 degree Fahrenheit. Flammable liquids give off vapor that can easily be ignited at normal working temperatures. At normal working temperatures, a combustible liquid does not catch fire as easily as a flammable liquid. Keep liquids out of sunlight. Keep liquids out of sunlight. Heating a flammable or combustible liquid can cause it to vaporize. Liquids stored in airtight containers may build pressure and explode. Even if containers are ventilated, sunlight could cause vapor-rich air mixtures, leading to health hazards for workers. Static electricity may be generated when transferring liquids, gases, or solids through pipes or hoses. It is important to dissipate this electric charge when handling flammable and combustible materials. When transferring flammable or combustible liquids from one container to another, the two containers must be bonded together. The bonding process involves attaching a wire with alligator clips on each end to both containers. The clips must penetrate the container coating and touch metal. You may need to score the paint with the alligator clips to dissipate static. The container receiving the liquid must be in contact with the ground and hot, insulated from contact with the ground. To dissipate static, the container receiving the liquid must be in contact with the ground and not insulated from contact with the ground. For example, plastic or composite pickup truck bed liners prevent the flow of static electricity to ground because the liner does not conduct electricity. The receptacle container must have a clear path to ground by direct contact or use of a grounding strap or wire to effectively eliminate static. Service or fueling areas at job sites must have 20 BC rated fire extinguisher within 75 feet of each pump. Safety cabinets allow for greater quantities of flammable and combustible liquids to be stored safely inside buildings. Up to 60 gallons of a flammable liquid or as much as 120 gallons of a combustible liquid may be stored indoors in a safety cabinet. Each Each cabinet must be labeled flammable. Keep fire away up to three cabinets. Up to three cabinets may be stored in one room without a safety cabinet. Only 25 gallons of either flammable or combustible liquids are allowed to be stored inside a building. Liquefied petroleum gas. LP gas is used widely in the roofing industry to heat kettles and torches. Because LP gas is a compressed gas, fairly large quantities can be stored in relatively small containers. As a point of reference, LP gas expands at a ratio of 70 to 1. It means that one liquid drop of LP gas would expand to a gas state to 70 times greater in volume. LP gas collects in low-lying areas because its vapor density is heavier than air. Employees should be warned that if they suspect a leak in a cylinder, they must not use fire to attempt to find the hole. Instead, they are to use soapy water and look for bubbles. Employees should not attempt to extinguish fires involving LP gas. If an LP gas fire breaks out, employees should evacuate the area immediately and call the fire department. Fighting an LP gas fire requires specialized training that only the fire department can provide. Employee attempts to extinguish fire could create larger hazards. Torch applied roofing materials pose a serious fire hazard to roofing contractors and building owners. Sometimes the hazards are obvious, such as torching to a combustible deck or near flammable liquids, while other concerns are less obvious, such as torching around drains or penetrations where flames can be drawn into a building. Roofing contractors must instruct employees that they must never torch directly to combustible decks or materials. Never torch to areas that cannot be seen fully. Not use torches near vents or air intakes.